Bills at Chiefs, Week 12. Do you remember this game?
Sheet if you're Greg Roman to find ways to get him the ball. I think part of it is moving him around a little bit more, not just always lining him up outside the numbers.
Second down and 10 for Tyrod Taylor. He's got Hogan across the middle. Should have enough for a first down. Big stick made by Tyvon Branch. Gain of 11. Oh, now they say he dropped the ball. Incomplete.
I don't see that. They should challenge that. He clearly had possession. He takes a couple steps even after he gets hit. That ball doesn't come out until he hits the ground. Watch this. He still has possession. The ball doesn't come out until he hits the ground. Wow. Somebody ought to tell Rex Ryan.
What if I told you that the Bills ran that same play to Hogan 3 times in the second half? Let's take a look at the chess game that these two teams were engaged in. A lot of fans were not only upset with the ending to this game, but they were mad that the Bills didn't target Sammy more in the second half. It was pretty apparent at what Kansas City did to Taylor and Watkins. The defense confused Taylor with a myriad of mixed coverages and rolled the coverage to Sammy just about every play. The Bills saw a lot of cover 3 in 2015 because of their run game. One way to beat cover 3 is to call the all verticals concept known as Seattle from the 2x2 wide receiver set. So to neutralize the weakness of cover 3, the Chiefs played cover 3 match, or what Nick Saban called Rip Liz match. He created the concept in the 90s with Cleveland. Simply put, Rip Liz match can go from cover 3 to cover 1. The route of the number 2 wide receiver determines the coverage. If that wide receiver releases vertical, the coverage will change from cover 3 to cover 1 man. So keep in mind the slot defender's responsibilities in the following plays. But to get a better understanding, take a look at Saban teaching the concept.
Linda, we're rotating to the left. If we call Rita, we're rotating to the right. If the number 2 receiver runs vertical, we tell that flat defender, you start dropping to the seam, which is 2 yards outside the hash. If he goes vertical, you're matching the pattern and turning it into cover 1. We tell the corner, you're always Rip Liz match. You've got all 1 unless he goes underneath in the first 5 yards of the down. Then you yell under, under, under. All right, now, if I'm on number 2 here, and he runs vertical, what am I doing? I'll match with him and play him like cover 1.
Coaches devise game plans based on situations, typically by down and distance. One of those categories are second or third down and long, which is usually any distance over 7 yards. The Bills are in that scenario at the end of the third quarter. The defense shows cover 2 pre-snap, but then rolls to what appears to be cover 3 cloud. Cover 3 cloud is good when teams want to bracket or double a wide receiver threat, on this play Sammy Watkins. Although the Chiefs are in cover 3, they are still playing Saban's match technique down the seams. Let's look at the techniques used by the defense because they do a good job of confusing Taylor. The corners are in press technique, almost as if they are in man coverage. Post-snap, Marcus Peters to the bottom of the screen uses a trail technique to stay in the hip pocket of Sammy, but Peters is actually in zone and responsible for the flats. The safety has a deep third to help over the top of Sammy. The vertical release and deep in route confuse the slot defender on whether to play man or zone. That allows Hogan to separate. The play is a high-low read for Taylor, so he's reading the middle linebacker. The backer jumps a shallow drag, so Taylor avoids the rush, resets, and delivers. Play number 2. Similar down and distance, similar pass concept, this time in the fourth quarter. The Chiefs put cornerback Marcus Peters in off coverage to the top of the screen to make it look like zone. But if you look at the slot defender, it looks like he's in man. So which is it? In the end, the Chiefs play cover 1 man. As Taylor hits the top of his drop, he looks to Sammy, but Smith has good coverage. Could he have taken a chance? Yes. But he recognizes the man coverage and likes the matchup of Hogan versus the Chiefs safety. The look left by Tyrod Taylor moves the boundary hook to curl defender number 39. Taylor throws it to Hogan, but the defender gets a piece of it. Play number 3, the controversial one. Similar down and distance, same route concept. Roman again calls the high-low read to Hogan. The defense appears to be in cover 3 cloud again, but their deep safety is playing shallow to guard the middle of the field, and that player is a defender that makes the hit on Hogan. But again, keep in mind that slot defenders playing Nick Saban's match technique. Post-snap, the safety rolls over the top to Sammy, so Taylor must go to Hogan, and the pass is completed, so we thought. Taylor takes the snap and looks to Sammy, but he is bracketed. The drag route moves the inside linebacker, opening up the route for Hogan. Just a bad call by the refs and a mistake by the coaches by not challenging it. The Chiefs did a fantastic job in the second half of this game. They used some of Nick Saban's techniques, but Roman was onto it and made some nice calls to beat it. Taylor was forced to throw the ball to other areas of the field. The quarterback finished the game 5 of 9 to the middle of the field for 44 yards. Those statistics were accomplished from 0 to 19 yards. The Bills never tested the Chiefs deep to the middle, which explains why the Chiefs rolled the coverage of Sammy often and kept the middle of the field safety slightly shallow on 2 of these plays. With a season worth of tape to study, defenses are going to continue to use these single high safety looks because they will need to have defenders in the box to stop the run. Greg Roman will have to continue to devise ways to get the ball to playmakers over the middle because coordinators will force Taylor to throw to other players besides Sammy. That will be key if Taylor and this offense want to take that next step in the passing game.